Hey, dog owners and dog besties. Today we're talking about alpha theory and what alpha theory actually was, what it meant to people, why it's been debunked, and what it means in today's modern world. Alpha theory came from early studies of captive wolves in the mid 1900s. Researchers observed unrelated wolves placed together in captivity and noticed conflict. They then assumed that wolves formed rigid dominance hierarchies with a single alpha controlling the group through force. This idea got popularized. Then it got applied to dogs. The message became dominating your dog works. You must be the pack leader. There is only one alpha. The owner has to be alpha. And you must assert control physically in order for your dog to behave and listen to you and be obedient. But here's the problem with that. The wolf studies were flawed. The wolves were unrelated. They were placed in artificial environments. They were under stress. Their behavior was not reflective of wild wolf packs. Later research showed that wild wolf packs are actually family units, parents and offspring. And the thing is, while dogs come from their wolf ancestors, they're not wolves. So why doesn't alpha theory work? Here's what dominance based training does it suppresses behavior through fear or intimidation. And sure, sometimes it may look like it works, but what's actually happening? The dog isn't calm, they're inhibited. They're not trusting you, they're avoiding consequence. And fear based compliance is fragile. It cracks under stress. Force might seem like it stops the behavior, but this is temporarily. It doesn't build clarity. It doesn't build regulation. It doesn't build trust. So, what leadership actually is. When I talk about leadership, I'm not talking about dominance. I'm talking about clarity, consistency, regulation, embodied presence. Dogs are picking up on us, our nervous systems, before they hear commands. So if you're anxious, inconsistent, hesitant, emotionally reactive, your dog feels that. And that's not dominance, that's energy. And when I say energy, I'm not talking about intensity or force. I'm not talking about physical behavior or physical state. I'm talking about nervous system state. Your timing, your certainty, your boundaries, how your emotions are influencing your behavior, and how you come across to your dog. Dominance tries to overpower behavior. Embodied leadership shapes the behavior. Dominance suppresses symptoms. Leadership clarifies expectations. Dominance intimidates. Leadership regulates. As a dog owner of two mid content wolf dogs, I don't have that luxury of guessing. I can't dominate that kind of dog, but I can lead them through clarity. I do lead them through clarity, through calm authority, through my regulated presence, through structure. And if I tried to overpower my dogs physically, well, that would break down the relationship immediately. My dogs would fight me. That would take the situation and escalate it tenfold. And it would just be overall a bad scenario. An example from my dog walking business that I had years ago. When I had my dog walking business, I would show up to walk a dog. And when I brought the dog back, the owner would be amazed that their dog came back different, calm, listening, regulated, obedient. And this was just in one session. I wasn't alpha rolling dogs. I was adjusting patterns, I was correcting timing, I was creating structure, and I was regulating energy, theirs and mine. I want to share through my presence, through my leadership abilities, through understanding dogs, working together with them as a team. And that's embodied proof. So, why do people still confuse leadership with dominance? Well, this is where things get really interesting. Words like leadership, strength, respect, well, they've been hijacked by old school dominance culture. So, when somebody hears strong leadership, they think force. But strength doesn't mean loud, it means stable, it means clear, it means emotionally regulated. Strong dogs don't need force. They need certainty, they need clarity, they need structure, and they need you to set the boundaries with them and show them what you expect and the consequences of it if they're not doing what you want them to do. Not alpha rolling them, not pinning them down. So, what does this mean for you as a dog owner? If you've tried alpha methods and it didn't sit right with you, trust that. And I hope now it makes more sense why those methods didn't work. If you tried only positive reinforcement, but you still feel like your dog isn't respecting your boundaries, isn't listening to you, something's still missing, that missing piece isn't dominance, it's clarity and leadership. And when you make the shifts that your dog needs, behavior changes faster because confusion disappears. So you don't need to dominate your dog to lead them. You don't have to intimidate them to earn respect. You don't have to overpower them to create obedience. You're building trust, you're building clarity, you're regulating yourself, and your dog's responding. That's leadership. So, if you want to learn how to embody that kind of presence with your dog, the presence that your dog needs to understand you, to listen to you, to be obedient because they respect you and they truly want to be, then that's what I teach. That's what I coach dog owners through. So, if you're ready to shift from managing behavior to transforming the relationship, my private coaching is open. The link is in the description. If you love this kind of content, make sure that you subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you hit that bell to be notified of future content that I put out, and I'll see you in the next video.